Good morning, everybody. Thanks for dropping in to Outdoors in Indiana with Dave Scott. Please hit that like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Been a while. Ain't been doing much fishing, so I figured I'd do another update on the boat video. Catch up on some of the things I've done over the winter, some adjustments I've made, and show you where I'm at now on making what is, for me, the ultimate fishing boat. Catfish, panfish, walleye, whatever strikes my fancy that day. So let's get her going. As mentioned, and I'll just start up here at the front like all the others. First thing I've done was put trick steps on this trailer. You ain't got them, I suggest you check into them. It's worth it. Sure makes things a lot easier. Sliding on up, I've got a mount all hooked up for my Garmin that's on the dash. It's a Garmin 93 SV Echo Map Chirp Plus, whatever the heck it is. Two positions. I got this one with a transducer on the trolling motor for when I do fish up front, which ain't a whole lot. I decided to put that little lithium battery just for the depth finder. I used to run it off the same wire as a trolling motor, but sometimes you get a little interference off of it. And that thing's so small and cheap and does the job, so that's where I went with it. Weighs like 4 pounds or something. You know, you can't go wrong there. Moving on back, this is a Tracker, 2021 Tracker PG V16 WT walk-through windshield. Now on the factory ones, this post, it's just a couple inches shorter, and when you try to open your live well, it's going to hit your chair and you can't open it up all the way, or you got to prop it. It's just a pain in the butt. So I put a longer shaft on there that I just happen to have from one of the many other boats I've had over the years to get that up high enough that I can't reach it. But the lid will open up all the way now without hitting anything. In the battery compartment, I don't have it in there right now. It's in the house. I run lithium ions on it, or LifePo 4 off Amazon for like, I think they're around 300 or less now for a 12 volt 100 amp hour, and it has been awesome. Always got my bucket with my 8-foot net in it for bait, and I also have a 4-footer in there. Obligatory cup holders around. Y'all know I made the framework here for my bimini for support so it stays permanently mounted. Got forward facing off-road LEDs running at night. I can see what's going on, or docking or whatever. I also have on the sides of these UV lights strips on either side of the boat on its own switch. So if I'm fishing up front at night, got lines out the side or whatever, that really makes that line stand out like little laser beams. Again, the bimini. On this side of the framework, I have 2 lights shining backwards into the boat for night fishing. If we get into need light for landing fish or doing night videos or whatever, I've got that on its own switch. Let's see, of course, there's my Garmin 93 SV on the dash. Love them things. These Millennium seats are awesome. I'm going to finish out the rest of the boat with them eventually just because they're so comfortable. But love those. The original setup of this boat, come back to here, and right there is where they had their rear seat post, which, as you can tell, is unusable. Well, I built all this so I'd have extra storage in here. Made it out of the same aluminum I made my support for, my bimini. Tons of storage in there. And I built that table. Y'all know I do a lot of catfishing. Nice little cutting table and working area there. Even got my leader line spool kind of attached inside there, so if I need to cut and tie on leaders, it's right there ready to go. Some hooks to hang my tools on. That I done this winter as far as that table and everything. The bait tray used to be up there where I've got that center rod holder with my net right now. so that's been new this winter. Also, this rear rod rack, I've changed the height of it by about 4 inches to get it up a little bit higher. That way it doesn't interfere with my motor if I tilt it all the way up. And also, if you got a seat set up in the back and you're sitting on it and you want to swivel around, it's up above your knees, so you can turn 360 degrees in your seat. Changed my wiring a little bit when I raised it. Put it in one of these PVC electric pull boxes. Put all my junctions inside there. I've actually got it mounted. I drilled a hole on the inside. I mounted it in my track there, so it's all weatherproofed up. Got my little plastic rod holders on the back, basically for my bait rods while I'm catfishing or something. If I see bait start busting water, it's there and ready to go. And going back, I've also got, told you about the lights up top. This one, second switch down, kicks on. The UV light strips across the back. Third switch is just an interior light that I installed. That switch runs my interior red lights. Keeps the bugs out of the inside of the boat, shine the UV out and the red in. Again, that switch does those. And that switch is the interior lighting for landing and videos. Of course, I've got a Garmin 7-inch mounted back there. So I spend most of my time facing out the back of the boat, either trolling or drifting for catfish. It's on its own transducer and own power supply. The 93 mounted on the dash. I used the original holes in the boat for the crap wrench units that they give you, and was able to just flip this base and put this back on, and it was perfect height. I get readings at 40 miles an hour, no problem. 90 horse outboard. It runs 40 whether I'm by myself or I got 3 people in there with me. It's got no shortage of power. Milk crate I got actually attached to the rear deck. Keep my anchor line stuff in. A couple different types of anchors for the back. I use basically just when I'm anchored up fishing and want to stop the rear end from swaying. I got a better anchor I can run off the front. Another plastic rod holder for another bait pole. Monster rod holders all the way across. Let's see here. Mounted a PVC to keep my big catfish net in. Of course, I just use that rod holder for that one, pan fishing or whatever. Let's see, coming on around. Can't go fishing without hot food, so I got a grill, a little propane bottle grill. Great for steaks, brats, whatever. It's the factory Minn Kota power drive, but I updated the head to an iPilot one, so I've got the remote control, spot lock, and all that good stuff. Of course, the tools for the grill. Gotta have tongs and all that fun stuff. But I think that's pretty much the quick rundown of her. That's where we're at this year. Spend the day trying to clean blood and guts and stuff up out of the carpet. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Maybe you'll have some ideas for your boat. Maybe you got some ideas for me. Post them up. I'd love to see it. I'm always tinkering, trying to get things just so, you know, it's perfect for me, not be perfect for you, but some of them might give you some ideas. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like and subscribe. Hurry up. Let's hurry up and get out on the water, hopefully. Till then, tight lines. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Till then, bye-bye.